So good day, my name is Maegyn Ellorongo from Bindtech Power Plant 2F. Today I'm gonna answer the two questions given for the midterm exam in ethics. So first question is, Senator Bato de la Rosa put forth a bill that would have made plunder punishable by death to penalize corrupt public officials. Should the Philippine government permit this to become law? Explain. So my answer in Senator Bato de la Rosa proposed bill and death penalty is no, because in the Bible provides guidance on justice and punishment, but also on the value of human life. The Old Testament law often prescribed the death penalty for various offenses, but the New Testament emphasizes forgiveness, mercy, and redemption. According to Bible verse Romans 13:4, it states that for he is God's servant for your good, but if you do wrong, be afraid, for he does not bear the sword in vain, for he is the servant of God, an avenger who carries out wrath on the wrongdoer. This verse supports the idea that the government has the authority to enforce laws and punishment wrongdoers. However, it does not implicitly endorse the death penalty for all crimes. So when considering a law like the one proposed by Senator Bato de la Rosa, a moral judgment from the biblical perspective would weigh the severity of the crime of plunder against the sanctity of human life. While the Bible supports a government role in punishing corruption, the application of death penalty is a complex issue. Some might argue that the death penalty for the plunder is too severe, while others might view it as just punishment for a crime that causes immense suffering to the populace. The ultimate decision would depend on interpretation of justice, mercy, and the rule of the state as God's servant in a modern context. So my answer in same-sex marriage is no, because the Bible teachings on marriage and sexuality are often cited in discussion about same-sex union. In the Bible verse Genesis 2:24 says that therefore a man shall leave his father and his mother and hold fast to his wife, and they shall become one flesh. This verse is often presented as the foundational definition of marriage in the Bible, describing it as an union between a man and a woman. From a traditional biblical standpoint, marriage is defined as a covenant between one man and one woman. This view is based on verses like Genesis 2:24 and other passages that speak of marriage in this context. Therefore, a moral judgment based on this interpretation would suggest that same-sex unions are not in alignment with the biblical definition of marriage. However, other interpretation emphasize the biblical theme of love, compassion, and justice for all people, which could lead to a different conclusion about how society should treat the LGBT community. The justification of a moral judgment on this matter is often rooted in which biblical principles are prioritized. That's all. Thank you.